everybody. David Schuster here. After defiling decency, throttling the Constitution, and dragging the presidency through every vulgarity known to humankind, Donald Trump is now completing his White House desecration. He's bulldozing the entire East Wing to speed up his unauthorized construction of a ballroom.
The 90,000-square-foot ballroom, once finished, will be nearly double the size of the main White House building. The demolition has taken many by surprise after Trump said this in July.
It won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it.
The First Lady's office has already been demolished. Other offices, including Protocol and a visitor center, are being flattened. This historic wing was built 123 years ago, and polls show a majority of the U.S. public hates what Donald Trump is doing. Only a third approve. Asked by YouGov about the ballroom, only 33% of respondents said they approve. Asked about the East Wing demolition, only 24% approve. The Trump White House has given no blueprints or plans to the National Capital Planning Commission, even though federal law requires that. When asked about his lack of transparency, Trump erupted.
To people who say that you haven't been transparent enough about this.
I haven't been transparent?
That some of your critics feel it should have gone for a
I've
review.
shown this to everybody that would listen. Third-rate reporters didn't see it because they didn't look. You're a third-rate reporter, always have been. So third-rate reporters didn't look, but anybody that asked, these pictures have been in newspapers. They've been all over the place, and we're very proud of it. It's gotten great reviews. It's gotten really great reviews.
And that's another Trump lie. Trump's architect on the project is a longtime friend named James McGreery, who specializes in religious architecture. The McGreery-Trump ballroom will dwarf the existing White House, rupturing the symmetry and dignity. Several architects call the ballroom plan tacky and horrifying. One design expert said the garish and ostentatious ballroom will be the spiritual sibling of a Las Vegas hotel lobby. Historians agree.
In a new letter to the Trump administration, the National Trust for Historic Preservation wrote that the addition will overwhelm the White House itself and urged officials to pause the demolition until the plans have been reviewed by the National Capital Planning Commission.
Famed architect Peter Eisenman is less diplomatic. Eisenman called the McGreery design bonkers before adding, "Putting a portico at the end of a long facade and not in the center is what one might say is untutored." Design expert Christopher Hawthorne has been even more blunt. He said, "The ballroom design, a big-footed architectural presence stomping toward the southern edge of the White House grounds, violates the very standards of beauty and proportion that McGreery loves to rhapsodize about in interviews, to say nothing of the protocols long in place to guide changes to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Those protocols are also the law." Once again, Trump is treating the law as something to mock, evade, or rewrite, depending on which marble pillar stands in the way of his authoritarian vision.
Nobody's actually seen anything quite like it. I think it'll be one of the great ballrooms anywhere in the world. It's about $300 million. It's set to do many, many things, including meetings of foreign leaders, including the honoring of foreign leaders. You can see this. This is a plan. If it's got tables so that you honor a foreign leader, we have a proper space. Right now, we have a space that with tables holds about 79 people.
And that's another Trump lie. The White House state dining room with tables and chairs holds 140 people. But God forbid anybody in the Trump White House, from the president to his sycophants, should ever dare speak the truth. A few days ago, the Trump team said the ballroom would cost $250 million. Now, Trump says it will cost $300 million. Trump says the money will come from private donors. Who are the private donors and what will they get in return, other than invitations to dance under gold chandeliers in the shadow of a constitutional collapse? Trump will not say. He does say he may kick in some of the money he expects from the Department of Justice. Trump has asked Justice Department for $230 million for claims involving past criminal cases against him. That's right. Trump lied about the 2020 election and stoked the January 6th riot, triggering a special counsel investigation. Trump also took classified secrets to Mar-a-Lago, triggering another investigation. But Trump expects U.S. taxpayers to reimburse him and then some for his troubles.
They probably owe me a lot of money. But if I get money from our country, I'll do something nice with it, like give it to charity or give it to the White House while we restore the White House. And we're doing a great job in the White House. As you know, the ballroom is under construction.
The ballroom construction and East Wing demolition are not White House renovations. They are Imperial cosplays. And the truth is that Imperial Trump has always treated public office like a grift or failing casino. Drain the coffers, plaster the Trump name in gold, and leave the wreckage, bankruptcy, or eyesore for someone else to clean up. And now Trump seeks to embed this pathology in stone and steel, building a party palace on sacred ground as if the White House were Mar-a-Lago North. This project is not about events or hospitality for foreign leaders. It is about permanence. The ballroom is an architectural IOU to Trump's own ego, a monument not to America, but to a man who has never loved anything but his own reflection. The symbolism is even more nauseating. At a time when democracy is teetering and when citizens are scraping by to make ends meet, Trump wants to pour gold leaf over the ruins of our civic trust. And let's be clear, Trump views governance as nothing more than a red carpet opportunity for self-promotion, self-dealing, and family enrichment. Trump's White House ballroom is not a national project, it is a desecration, a monument to delusion designed by MAGA sycophants and enabled by Republican congressional silence. Relatedly, history will record that when Trump defiled the people's house, most conservatives watched in silence as a clown king built his golden cage. But there will be a reckoning. Many Democrats are already pledging to tear down Trump's ballroom abomination if there's ever another free and fair presidential election and a Democrat wins. In the meantime, Trump keeps going, his eyesores keep coming, and the White House, like our democracy itself, is getting gashed. By the way, progressive Fox News host Jessica Tarlov just silenced her conservative colleagues on the channel by listing some of the ways Donald Trump has shredded the Constitution.
Signing an executive order to do away with birthright citizenship, which is literally in the Constitution, sending troops into blue cities.
Oh, you mean anchor
unilaterally implementing tariffs, which Congress gets to do. I already talked about the 170 Americans who've been locked up. Cracking down on the First Amendment, detaining students for op-eds you don't like, targeting law firms, universities, reallocating funds appropriated by Congress to fund your big ICE force, firing inspectors generals that are looking into your friends like Elon Musk, making billions off of crypto scams, and your kids are running all over the world making deals. And the Trump administration has defied 1 in 3 judges that have ruled against him. And you're seeing that from judges appointed up from Reagan up to Donald Trump.
Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular is from SkyCloud, who wrote, "Jessica is an American hero." Indeed. I look forward to reading your comments about Donald Trump melting down as architects, design experts, and members of the U.S. public condemn his White House East Wing demolition and express disgust at the Trump-planned ballroom. I'm David Schuster. Thanks for joining us.